And thank you so much for staying here with us. Joining us on the show this afternoon is a bundle of talent. She is an actress, comedian, MC, singer, model, and content creator. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Let's make welcome to the show this afternoon, Adeyela Adebola, popularly known as Lizzy J. Onwa Ibadan.
Thank you.
Did you come from Ibadan?
No, I'm actually from Ocean State.
Okay. Now,
Yes.
but did you come from Ibadan today?
No. I stay in Lagos. I came from, okay.
Wow, because do you know that in my head, I don't want to believe that you stay in Lagos. Every time I see your skits.
Oh, you believe I make them from
because,
Ibadan? Oh, wow.
yes, because I don't just want to believe that somebody will be living in this Lagos and be doing that accent every time. Welcome. It's so good to have you here.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
So I recently watched one of your major jobs, and I was stuck on the screen. Every time I was watching someone else, I was like, this girl is good. Like every time we laughed out our hearts. So it's actually good to meet you in person. But the thing is, so it's interesting to see a different personality in real life. And it's a different personality on screen.
TV.
You know,
Yeah,
so
because I saw her at the reception and I did not know.
yes,
I just passed.
No. She's a hottie now. She's a babe. No, so it's a different personality. You know, the Omo Ibadan persona is a different personality. So I want to ask you, give us a brief intro into who you really are, who Omo Ibadan is, and then just give us.
Well, like you said, there's a different personality on screen, and this is what I am. Yoruba would say that we shall have to eat. So we have to do something to make sure that food comes to our table. Do you understand? We shall will not thief. And since we did not have the plan to thief, and to be honest, how do I put it? Entertainment would probably bring some part of you that you yourself did not know existed. Do you understand? So I started all this Ibadan from, boredom. I was bored, I was down, I just needed to do something. And that was how, I never even knew that I could speak the Ibadan accent.
Really?
Yes. But somehow I started doing it, and I feel that, okay, in fact, the Ibadan was from people, comments like, Ibadan. I'm like, okay, is that the name? Oh yeah, let's go with it. And that's it. But personally, I started from music. If anyone had told me, I would probably have believed that by now I should be a Tiwa Savage.
I did not even know that bit. Tell us, I didn't know that bit.
I started with music. All my school life, campus life was, singing, all those things. And I go on every shows, make money and all. But at a point, music, if you don't have money, and my daddy is not $10, how much is my daddy making that I want to do music? So somehow, I shall have to, shall do something. Yeah, and like that, I feel like, okay, if God says music, and if God says I'll be making the money from skit making and comedy, then so be it. But someday, I still want to do music.
Okay, because that was my next question. Like, would you still like to do music?
Yeah.
And what genre of music would you do?
I would prefer gospel, to be honest.
You think people would take you seriously? I am sorry, but I mean...
I like that. I like that question. Personally, I'm not the kind of person that cares if you take me seriously or not. I know that by the time I keep doing my thing, you would have to choose your option if you want to or not. But I would not give you that, I won't leave that option. I won't leave you to determine for me. Do you understand? So by the time I start making that music and you feel like, okay, you would join, you would not have choice. But I prefer gospel music because yes, I'm my happiest when I'm worshiping and praising God.
Fantastic, so good to hear. So before you came on air, we took a news. That's Mr. Ibu's news, and we're talking about his leg being amputated. We're talking about another actor who is presently paralyzed and needs help. And I have asked this question so many times. I mean, it's so pathetic and scary when we see people like this, like things like this are happening to, and the way you're working hard. God forbid it, that one day they will now say, God forbid it. Like sometimes, as an individual who is a Nigerian, maybe it crosses your mind and you just quickly reject it. What exactly do you think as an individual, as an actor, when you see things happen to actors like this? What do you think you want to do so that it does not repeat itself?
Somehow, I feel like Nigeria should take life insurance very seriously. And maybe there are some things that we can put in place that, you know, at a point in time when you cannot really work that hard, no matter, even if you are a federal government worker or a state worker, or that at a point in time when you cannot do too much or work too hard, at least there's something somewhere for you, maybe from what you've been working for in the past that, you know, can cater to that period. And I also feel like somehow we too, now that we are working, we should always remember that future. So if it's small money, let's be putting it somewhere. We will not see problem. Amen. But if problem comes, so let's just put some money somewhere. Little for, okay, anything can happen. I do tell people, if I have 50 million in my account, and let's say I want to buy a car, or I want to do something, I will not take all of the 50 million or 40 million to buy a car. I want to buy 30 million car and leave 20 million, because anything can happen. I can be going and something happen and I will need urgent money. So maybe all of us should, you know, try and be putting somewhere that urgent money and be saving it that totally will look away from it. Maybe a life savings or something that when that period comes, we know that there's something to fall back to.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask you, yes, we're promoting the new movie Adire, but before then, it leads up to that question of, we're going to talk about Adire. You've been in the industry for quite a while. Yeah. You have hustled. The ones where people don't see you, the ones where people never see. You know, so you've hustled for a long time. I remember starting from the comics, the IG comics, where you teach students.
Yeah. Oh, yes!
Yes. You know, that was very funny. And then you moved on, you entered into Nollywood. You've been doing so well. You did She Must Be Obeyed with Jennifer. And then this one, Adire. But before talking about Adire, what was the moment in all your hustling, what was that big break for you when you finally realized that, like say, you don't the end?
Your aha moment.
That's actually the period of that Boredom Consent Center. Because when my skit started trending, it's funny that I was not even on Instagram. I think it was just Facebook. I was just always posting, because it was not a serious thing for me, to be honest. I was just doing it to kill boredom. So I was just posting on my Facebook, and then one day somebody called me like, so posted your skit, Motola Jalade posted your skit, this person, a lot of big, I'm like, really, I'm not even on Instagram. So I had to go and open Instagram. Yes, I now had to go and open an Instagram page and started commenting on their page like, it is me, oh, it's me, oh. So at that point, you know, I had to do more of these things. And then when I see that people are actually relating, and then I'll get offers from, okay, brands who want to do this, I'm like, okay. Maybe, yeah.
So let's talk about, I mean, you've gone into Nollywood now, you're getting major roles in Nollywood, and we're loving your characters. Now we're talking about this new movie, Adire. Let's talk about it. What was your experience on it, and what do we expect from it?
And to even, because I'm going to interrupt, I was at the private screening of Adire, and I saw her, but I couldn't actually really wait after the whole show. So that's your character there. Because if I look at She Must Be Obeyed, I've not even seen She Must Be Obeyed, but I've seen, you know, a part of it that I saw, the snippet of it. Thank you. So it was like, not like a maid, but somebody who is putting Jara, who is...
Yes, that's, you know, when a script comes, like when you get a script, this is one thing that I tell people, and maybe my manager actually had to put this in my head. I'm always like, I don't want to do one scene in a movie. You are kilo for one scene. I'm like, girl, you're an actor. Even if you are given half scene, it is left to you to make the best of it. And it's funny that this Adire, Mimi Battles, actually, okay, I did a cameo in a movie, Toot. And it was just a scene, just a cameo. And luckily, the cameo, that one scene, made it to the trailer cut. So it was what every blogs and everybody was posting. And it felt like I actually did the lead role. Wow. Or I was the major in that film. So it was on blogs and people were, Mimi had to DM me like, Lizzy, there is a movie at the rate. We are done with the script. We are done with our casting. But I want the writer to write you into this movie. So at the rate, I was not meant to be in Adere. But because that caught, and funny enough, I was not going to do that cameo. My manager had to force me to do it because when my manager called me and said, there's a film, they need you on it to just... And I'm like, Uncle, I don't want to do it again. I don't want to do cameo again. And I was like, no, you have to do it. He literally forced me to take up that role.
And any little thing you do.
And it was that scene, that one scene that Mimi San said, I want the writer to write you into this movie. So I was written into Adere. I was not meant to be there. And shooting was really, really fun. It felt like I was working from home, you know. All the other actors, Kende Bankole, Yvonne Jegede, Femi Brand, Kelechi, everyone. It felt like I was working from home. It was an experience. Do you understand? It was just fun. And the thing is, it's funny that people would watch now and they would laugh about it because shooting, it didn't really feel like I was funny. Or maybe I should say that I was not trying to be funny. It's not skits, it's movie. So I had to put the fact that I wanted to be funny, I had to put it somewhere. This is movie, I have to
But when you watched it, how did you feel?
Like, I was laughing too. I'm like really? I did not know that I did this much. Like, do you understand? Because reading the script, I had to, you know, and this is one thing that I tell people, just like I said, even if you were given half scene, make the best of it.
Put your
I always try to give myself a particular, even if you did not write me well, even though the writer did a very, very good job.
Yeah.
But then, even if you didn't write me well, I always know how to. It's not possible for this movie to come out and they will not see me. Yeah, so all those Jara and all those things, they might not be in the movie, but I have to put them myself because.
But really, do some people allow that after they had written a script? Do they allow you to ad-lib sometimes?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, as long as you are not going. More than the situation. Do you understand? Hey, like I said, I can't overact. I cannot be over dramatic because this is not skits. For a skit, the goal is to be funny. But for a movie, the goal is to act. So I cannot be more dramatic than the situation calls for. So as long as I am not dramatic, I'm not doing much more than the script calls for, all the Jaras, they're not a problem.
All right.
All right, cool. What?
Onomatopia. Onomatopia.
Also what? Oh my goodness, how does it feel when you look back and you watch these things?
You know what's funny? Sometimes I don't even like to watch myself. Like,
really? I think I know that feeling sometimes.
You know, when someone is watching me beside me, I like to stand up like, not like I don't like myself, but sometimes it's just...
So are there plans that you have in the pipeline that you'd like to share with us?
Yes, I really want to go fully into the filmmaking world. Though I have a project that I shot a few months ago, Plan C. It's a film project. It's a very big project, and it's coming on your screen very, very soon. You'll be seeing Lizzy J in a different light. So, like I said, I just want to go fully into the filmmaking world. So, look forward to a lot of film projects from me.
Nice, nice, nice. Well, you're actually doing so amazing. Like we're saying, it's not easy for one to move from one world to another world and, you know, maintain that same energy. So let's talk about Adire, right? Working with the crew, with the team, and I know you did mention that it felt like home away from home.
Yes.
But yeah, give us more insight. What was the most challenging moments for you on that set?
To be honest, I would not really say that it's that challenging, to be honest, as per my own character, because before I left home, I already read the script at least like 2 or 3 times. And apart from that, I think I had to discuss the script with the producer, you know, talk about it. So before leaving home, I knew what I wanted to do. I just needed the director to call the action. Do you understand? And one thing that I could have said, one thing that could have been a challenge, but which was never a challenge, was the fact that, you know, I was coming for, let me not say I am coming from the skit making world, because I'm still there, to the filmmaking world. And, you know, skit making, a lot of overreacting, a lot of over-dramatic, or a lot of overacting can be forgiven in skit making. Nobody would see it because the goal is to be funny. But when it comes to movie, you can't do that. You can't be over-dramatic. You can't overreact, because at the end of the day, that would mean you overacting, which is not good.
Okay, so because we really do not have so much.
Okay, so, you know, that's the only thing that could have been a challenge, but I've been able to read well, you know how I wanted to react, know my reaction to every situation, and that's it. So it wasn't much of a challenge. What's
that message that you would tell people to take away from Adire when we watch it?
Adire is a film that I would say is, you know, all-rounder. You know, there's a lot of lessons. There is love, there is friendship, there is marriage, there is religion. But personally, there's a message that I would like people, especially religious people, to take from this movie. And that's the fact that, please, let's stop judging people. Church should be somewhere, even if my family or my friends reject me, church should accept me. Please, let's stop pushing people away. Accept people. It doesn't matter if you think they are this, they are that. Accept them. It is when you accept them, that's when you'll be able to preach the gospel to them. So, in quotes, stop judging people.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I mean, it was so amazing to have you on the show. Thank you for gracing our screens and discussing with us your plans and everything in the industry so far. It was so beautiful to have you. Thank you so much. And we have to apologize to our viewers that we cannot take our giveaway today, the bigger giveaway. We had to discuss and talk with Omo Ibadan in the video. But definitely we're going to do that again. Just stay tuned. And we've come to the end of the show. I've had the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful honeypot in the building. And yes, Omo Ibadan. Sign out for us.
Omo Ibadan, you know. Thank you very much. And Adire is in all cinemas. Adire is very interesting. Thank you. God bless you.
Okay. Thank you. So you are going to pay for this after that you have just done.
See you guys tomorrow. Cheers.